Hold tight. Are you ready at the beginning of his pro career? He feels as an improved and better prepared fighter than we've ever seen before. 2 years ago, he lost an introversion of a light heavyweight title to Sean Pascal. But his new trainer, Derek James, says Browne is not the same boxer he was that night. Browne is now going after the lineal light heavyweight crown and 2 material belts. And in his words earlier on this week, he says, when he goes shopping, do you feel, Marcus, you're feeling good, man? Okay, thank you, you're good. There you go, please. Okay, good luck. Hey me. One of the most menacing and exciting fighters in the sport today is Artur Beterbiev, the light heavyweight champion of the world. But as exciting as his time in the ring has been, there's been precious little one, but because of his 100 knockout ratio, the only one amongst acting champions, but also because of a string of injuries and illnesses that have kept him out of action longer than he and his fans would have liked. Energy of interest tonight as a heavy favorite and with big goals, including unification bouts that light heavyweight, or a jackpot of a fight with Canelo Alvarez beyond what some are suggesting could be a trap fight. For him tonight against Marcus Browne, double down. Music. Introducing first fighting out of the blue corner, along with world champion trainer and former Ring Magazine trainer leader Derek James. He's wearing the red, white, and blue old visual weight, 6 pounds. His professional record shows an impressive 24 victories, including 16 big wins by knockout in 25 contests alone. Obligatory, he is the current WBC #1 contender and former WBA interim light heavyweight champion from Park Hill, New York, USA. Introducing Sir Music, Marcus Browne. Applause. Music. Applause. Music. Applause. His multi-world champion trader, Mark Ramsey. He's wearing black. He did the scale at 175 pounds. Even says his professional record stands at a perfect 60 victories, all of them coming by way of knockout in 16 contests. Music, applause, music, applause, music, out of Montreal, Canada. He is the reigning and defending WBC and IBF light heavyweight champion of the world. Applause, Aubrey music once. Again, the referee Michael Griffin with the instructions. All right, you men are both champions. You'll receive my instructions in the dressing room. Obey my commands, protect yourselves at all times. Men, touch clothes out of your box into the belt. God bless you both. Michael Griffin with the final instructions as we take a look at the tail of the tape. A slight height and reach advantage for the southpaw Marcus Browne. And indeed, an experience advantage as well. But better if the lineal light. Heavyweight champion putting that title on the line here in our main event. Corey Erdman and Steve Muller on the call for you here tonight. Artur Beterbiev and the Black Trunks. Marcus Browne, the southpaw. Applause. The red, white, and blue applying pressure to him. I think the conceit with Beterbiev in the early rounds is that he might lose some of that, but that doesn't mean that he's losing control of the fight, because we have seen Beterbiev give away rounds in the early going, but have a less than extraordinary punch output, as he's just applying physical and mental pressure. Exactly, Corey. He may lose the round on the scorecard, but he's winning it in the fight. He's breaking him down. He's walking his opponents down, applying pressure. Landing body shots, landing head shots, landing arm shots. He's slowly breaking down. Listen to my break. Marcus Browne has said that Derek James hasn't changed a whole lot when it comes to his approach, but I feel like they have tidied some things up. There's a good body shot from Browne a moment ago. Well, going into the biggest fight of his life, I don't think he'd want to make too many changes. Corey, I think a few final touches wouldn't help. Wouldn't hurt. I don't think he would make any changes. So hopefully that's the case here tonight for Marcus Browne. Music shot down the middle there from Marcus Browne. And one of the mistakes that Browne has made in the past, and, he would admit it, and I'm sure everyone can see it, is that he likes to throw to the body, but sometimes when he pulls out, he pulls straight back. And those are the 3 times to John Pascal caught him. And it's the same shot that he's been caught with in previous fights as well. Gets clogged with some rough stuff along the ropes. And being myself worse is an orthodox, the last you want to do is pull out, pull back straight, and then line for the right hand. And that's what happened in his previous fights. And he does not want to do that against a big puncher like Beterbiev here tonight, but so far he's slipped out of those hooks nicely, not staying straight. Let's go back, applause Browne, or a supporter of Marcus Browne. This is how you would like this fight to look. Give him up, absolutely, Marcus. Browne is boxing brutally from the outside, but it's still very, very early. We know better. BF doesn't get off the crazy fast starts in the store, likes to just stalk his opponent, break him down, and nothing moves the first round for harder better. Good start for the challenger. Marcus Browne, as he sits down in front of his new trainer, Derek James, again at the tandem of Archer. Beterbiev and Marks. Okay, Browne goes to the body. Throw that left hook, because he's usually right there. So they've clearly done their homework, as you would assume for a unification world title fight. 2 begins of our main event here for another body shot, then rifling about 9 of them in the clinch. Browne has always been a good body puncher, and we often think of fighters who are described as capital B boxers, guys like Marcus Browne, that they must necessarily be counterpunchers. And I've always felt that Browne isn't necessarily a counterpuncher. I felt that when he's at his best, he's moving. But he's also dictating when the exchanges start. When Browne is at his best, I feel like he's getting off first. Absolutely, just because the guy is walking the 4 doesn't mean they're being more aggressive, because when somebody throws and misses and you hit him with a 3 or 4 Ps, that's still aggression. Applause. Nice jab for Marcus Browne. Not a lot of jabs from Beterbiev so far. Applause. That's just been nullified here, as is often the case with orthodox fighters against Southpaws, of course. It's not impossible to out-chop Chaba Southpaw, but Marcus Browne, pretty tricky guy to get your range on, tricky guy. Fast feet, fast hands, beautiful. Drop by Marcus Browne. At the end of that, the quieter this fight is, the better. It is for Marcus Browne, absolutely. Especially with the crowd that's going to be behind Beterbiev in his first defense in front of his hometown crowd. They're going to go wild when he starts landing some good clean shots, right? No push. Now trying to get his respect there on the inside shine bodywork. Now back to his jab. Music final. 10 seconds of round 2. Not a lot happening, but Marcus Browne, the busier fighter, certainly landed more shots here in the second round, and you'd have to think that's 2 rounds in the bank for the challenge. Absolutely, Corey. But I also get the feeling that Artur Beterbiev, it's just he's like a wild man when the jungle is stalking his prey to slowly stalking Marcus Browne, but he definitely hasn't been away the first 2 rounds. Applause. Beautiful right-hand jab over to his right, trying to throw some sneaky left underneath, but a good 2 opening rounds, Browne, that's for sure. It's very good, but you need to let your hands go. Body. Body, and finish head. Okay, good work by Marcus Browne. The inside there. Music box round 3 underway. And this is an unusual territory for Artur Beterbiev, as we've referenced. And although he dropped Adam Dinas in the opening round, he didn't look great in the early going against Dinos. He looked a little sluggish. He didn't look great in the early going against Enrico Coleman either, but better. BF typically has always found his opening 100 of the time, as is evidenced. By his raccoon, he can't do that every time. But there are some who feel like better. Beef has started to slip a little bit. Like he might be on the back 9 of his career. And there's those people who think that Marcus Browne has a very real shot in this fight, and Browne is proving those people right in the early going music. Applause, puffing shot there for a Beterbiev. Applause. A couple signs of life from the champion here in the 3rd round. Applause. Of course, a part of that 2012. Ooh, as Olympic team that is just absolutely stacked. 6 fighters from that team have won world titles. Jojo Diaz, Rashi, Warren, Jose Ramirez, Errol Spence Jr., his stablemate Clarissa Shields and his other stablemate Jamel Harry Ramirez Spence and Shields have won unified titles. Every single fighter from that team, except for Queen Underwood, has at least fought for a world title as a professional. Now that Marcus Browne has stepped in the ring here tonight, just a terrific team. What's that spot? Good shot there from Beterbiev. That's where Browne has to be careful. Music in terms of numbers. Browne did the better work there. He had a good combination. To the body. But it's exactly those sequences where he's found himself in trouble in the past. You guys want to be leaning against some ropes against a guy. Applause. Beterbiev starting to open up, beautiful right hand down there, but Browne throwing. Some heavy shots too, and probably in the back of there, Browne earning his respect. But Beterbiev starting to gain a little confidence at the end of round 3. Applause. He definitely started to let his hands go a little more, and I felt that he had Marcus Browne in the ropes, because now you just focus on you. Because you don't want to get knocked out work all day. And surprise Mark Ramsey joined by John Scully, former fighter, advising their man Beterbiev to forget the head and go to the body this round. We'll see if Beterbiev listens to his corner. And more specifically, Scully just said, "Hey, remember how you didn't want to hit guys to the body? Your sparring partners, because they're going home, Send this. Guy home, music, applause. Through there from Beterbiev, get off his foot, man. A couple quick punches by Marcus Browne up the middle. There. What's your point, Steve? Browne finding himself, oh, that is a nasty gash right in the middle of the forehead. of Better BM, and he is leaking all over the place. We got unintentional clash of heads. Yeah, about me. It doesn't matter. They're not intentionally over his right eye as well. Let me tell you something. To get a head cut there, Corey, the head bleeds. So much more, it's just look at it. Just that cut is pouring blood from the forehead. It better be evidence. See if we can catch this clash of heads. Right, no points. Music, let them go. Let them go. Music here tonight unfortunately tested positive. For COVID, we send our best applause. As things getting a little messy here on the inside, both men may be sensing a little desperation with those cuts. Applause. He's definitely firing back when things are getting messy on the inside if he has any dream to win in this fight. He cannot let her Better be on bullying around and box banging around. Browne looked like he might have been stuck on the ropes trying to spin out. Applause Better BS corner, telling him when Browne goes to the ropes, just bang them to the body. Applause. Better be just wearing a crimson mask right now in the final minute of round 4, and Marcus Browne doesn't look all that much better. Applause. Hard body shot from Better BM as he goes back downstairs. With the left hand, you can just hear the power of Better when he throws those shots when they land on the arms or body. You just hear the noise they make and how strong he is. Applause. Marcus Browne throwing hard shots to the body in response as, well, you have to hand it to him. He is trying to stand up to Better BF in his kind of fight, right? We mentioned that the first 2 rounds look the way we want them to. If you're supporting Marcus Browne, well, these are the rounds that look like the kind of fight. That Archer better be able to listen to me. You do your job, we do our job, okay? 2 rounds here, this fight's going very good for Hart. You keep going with this good defense, but kill him now. It's you touch him good, and he don't touch. He always put you in the dog. Okay, I want you to continue like that, good job, but please go to the valet. Don't tell the body for kill you stop a little bit this round, that was better. I want the same pressure water. I mean, we'll use a Canadian currency reference here that is a loony D pump on the forehead of Artur Beterbiev started about time. You first, I'd like to see the doctor. The doctor is going to take a look at both fighters here. Music, he's cut. I want you to just look at the cut and tell me he's okay to continue. Okay, that's good. Thanks very much. Go right there over in the other corner. Applause. Music. Applause. Music. Applause. Oh, you heard it. There's the possibility that Beterbiev is only being given 1 more round, but of course it's a clash of heads. Applause. So Corey, I'm not sure the exact rules go to the scorecards. Applause, man. We've also heard that from ringside physicians many times too. 1 more round turns into 1 more round. Each and every round don't push his head down, but he's losing a lot of blood in there. Corey hand down the middle from Marcus Browne Better. BF is pouring blood. Michael Griffin warning. Better be a step on Marcus Browne's foot. It's Better getting other instructions from his corner, which are to go to the body. Applause upper body movement there from Marcus Browne, making that a little bit difficult. Music. This is Better working, Better BF. This is where he wants to be. He wants to keep his guy trapped in the ropes now that Marcus Browne's swinging around and move off and throw those counter shots. Applause. Applause. He's going to take a point if he keeps stepping on his foot. He feels that it's intentional. I don't know if that's... I'll be honest, I've been unboxing my whole life. I've never heard of that because I've been in Southpaw and I've accidentally or purposely stepped up and put an orthodox. I've never been threatening at a point taken away. Short left hand. Underneath for Marcus Browne. Marcus, you want to give a little point on that break, man. You got applause. 20 seconds left to go in the round as Beterbiev. Applause Browne trying to counter off the ropes, but Better be just overwhelming him, right? Now and Browne just covering up as the seconds tick away. Will they give Better? Beef another? It's gonna be round of hard to stop when the guy finishes a round without throwing that many punches. Applause. Music. Okay, let's go look at that doctor. Is not consulted. So we fight on applause, round 6 underway. Definitely the best round, the most conclusive round of the fight for Archer. Better be an absolutely, like we said earlier. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get going, and now he's almost in full throttle here by the end of that last round, I think, getting Marcus Browne a little shook with those overhand. Right, no punches, no punches. Let's go come back, watch your heads, guys. Applause. Good left hook for a Better BS freezes Browne along. The ropes who, again, is in exactly the territory, the Better BMW, that's where Better Being wants his fight to be. He'll be most effective in there when Marcus Browne's trapped in the corner. Marcus Browne was successful earlier, he was getting all the way around that ring. I feel when he's backing himself in that corner, he can't go anywhere. And that is An easy night for better points. Don't push him, don't push him. That right hand just missed. He might have raised the top of the head of Marcus Browne. But to your point, Steve, where Browne was a second ago in the center of the ring, that's when he was having his best moments, when he's trying to counter off the ropes. He's almost banking on the ability to make better. BF missed 70 of the time and hurt him with his counters, which is a difficult game plan to enact the blood just blowing from better. Applause. Music. Applause, left hook. And there's that right hand that he just wraps around the guard of Marcus Browne, saw that. Shot a moment ago, that kind of hybrid scoop uppercut. That's the shot that Better BS Camp calls the Campio. It's the shot that can knock Gabriel Campio out with. And when you hear them call that out, that is what they're asking Better BF to throw. Applause. Music. Applause. Applause. Music. Applause with a right hand, and Browne barely stays on his feet as this round comes to a close over the past few rounds, but I really feel like the output of Marcus Browne is really dropping from the cut or the constant pressure from Better DM. But his output has definitely dropped over the past couple of rounds every time you have your best moment, because you mix every time you mix for the head, you hurt them at every time, okay? You need to continue. Music. Buddy head, buddy head. Come on, you see the expert work of Better BF's corner too, right? As the bell ends at the end of the round, they run out with the towel and cover up his face. Make sure that this fight can continue. Round 7 begins here, at our main event. The Millennial Light Heavyweight Championship on the line. The champion Artur Beterbiev fighting a nasty cut and fighting a game challenger in Marcus Browne, who has a cut of his own but not nearly as grotesque as Artur Beterbiev music. At times, he's looking like Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania 13. He is leading quite a bit in there. We've seen that power jab from Beterbiev a couple times over the last 2 rounds as well. Beterbiev was very hesitant to let that jab go in the opening 2 rounds, but he has found it over the last 6 minutes. I feel that now that Marcus Browne has slowed down a little bit, I feel that he has a little more confidence to throw that power down and really push Marcus Browne in the corner, looking low like he's doing here better. BM is a tough man to contend with when he feels he has, you heard, good shot, beautiful left, hook to the body and a right hand right behind it, and Marcus Browne will take a knee. Still lots of time left in this round. Corey, lift up your hands. Applause, 1 minute. And change is an eternity for the only world champion in boxing with a 100 knockout ratio. Let's see if Marcus Browne can hang on. And Corey, to point some note, as we mentioned earlier, Better BF, an aggressive, tough fighter. He's skilled and smart. You see him make those small side steps to the right of Marcus Browne to take away the left hand. He has Marcus Browne robes and did go shots for the body. He's a very, very smart fighter, just like he did right there, and scoops that right hook or that specialty shot. Step back, applause, trying to recover better. BM, you see Browne, just stationary. Better B is able to turn him. He's able to get different angles. 10 seconds remaining here in round 7. Even with the blood flowing, you gotta give so much care to the champion. Ever better. He's creating these ankles. He's using Marcus Browne's body to push him inside Pepper. Very entertaining. Applause up. I mentioned earlier, absolutely. And he's been doing it for a couple rounds, mixing up body and head. That was a beautiful left hook to the body, which brought the hand down, no punches, trying to stay in the center of the ring. Now I think he's realized that there is no way for him to win this fight standing along the tropes. Well, I don't think it's going to do him any favor to stand there and trade with better bias. But at this point, though, it may not be about what Marcus Browne. What is he able to do right now? When you're hurt, when you're tired, when you've had a physically strong and imposing fighter, like Better BM, and like I said earlier, Corey, just the constant pressure and the threat of Better, beyond is enough. This is an amateur heavyweight. This is the guy who was boxing Alexander Music in the Olympics. This is a guy who, yeah, he makes 175 and he's not tall, so we don't think of him as a big light heavyweight. But he has a lot to deal with physically, absolutely. Again, 16 seal with 16 knockouts. You know, he's got some strength and some power. Come on. You got to see yourself. Just seems like Better. BMS has so much more power and so much more strength behind his punches than Marcus Browne does. That said, you do have to hand it to Marcus Browne, who spent a lot more time in the center of the ring and trying to move here in round 8. Absolutely. He did a better job of staying in the center of the ring, but he is still... I felt like he stood there face to face with Better BS. That's still not a good idea. You wanna box now? There's a straight right hand underneath just covered, that photo that goes viral every once in a while of that fight. From the Tony Weeks, well, that one, but the one from Vancouver from the early 1900s, he's hurt, but he's trying to make adjustments. But now he might really be hurt with Beterbiev all over him. Oh, and down. He goes after a hard left uppercut 17-0. 17 knockouts on the light heavyweight division, held by that man Artur Beterbiev. Applause Browne, that was his the last round. He's not the legitimate champion, overhearing some audio, music, and someone said that was his last round? This might have been waved off. Likely when it goes to the scorecards, better be at risk anyway. Yeah. But in terms of real finish and keeping that perfect percentage to the extent that he needed it, he got it. Let's see if we can see it here. Look at the body shot and the head shot. Applause. Not an easy one to referee, goddammit, his has been a career. As we've talked about, that's been hard with injuries, with starts and stops, injuries, illnesses, cancellations. We would have liked to have seen more of Beterbiev to this point in his career than we have. We hope that at 36 years of age, there are still more defining fights for him yet to come. For Marcus Browne, disappointment, albeit against the best light heavyweight in the world still. I think you would have to say drastic flaws, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of this contest by knockout at 46 seconds of round number 9, 17-17, and still WBC and IBF, congratulations, is what do you say after? A fight like that, we had everything. How do you feel? Applause. Thank you very much for support. I appreciate it. Your question, can you repeat? I said there's a gash on your forehead. We got everything. This bloody was tough. How do you feel? I feel good. Not what, we win this fight. This one is like another experience in my career. I'm happy. This is okay. I call that a cash, but it's boxing. You don't know what happened in boxing. I'm happy to win. Thank you. Very much for everyone, so sport boxing's a tough sport. You're a tough cookie. One last question. What's next? Next night of good sleep we will see. We know we're ready for any fight. We're looking for the best. And to be best, you need to beat. Me, thank you so much.